Three, two, one. Are we live? We live. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Fabulites. This is Angela with another edition of Notes on the News, where I share with you headlines. I look kind of weird. Am I sitting funny? My stomach feel a little weird. Where I share with you, hey, welcome on the chat. Where I share with you headlines from my news feed, and we may Rottweiler, we live, and we may kick it about the headlines, the subject matter at large, the article if we read it or skimmed it or whatever happens to come up between us, among us, within us. Hey, COG, how are you? Miss Thang is up right over here, sitting next to me. Yeah, but it's not news. It's just my notes on the news. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and all of those other good, wonderful things that you do that are a blessing to the channel. Hey, I see. What's up? What's up? What's up? Habaragani, what's new and good? What's the news? What's going on? What's exciting? What you celebrating in your personal life, in your family life, in your community, in the country? What we need to be focusing on? Drop it in the comments. Let's chat about it. Let's talk about it. Yes, we moving on. We still continuing our conversation about the Kwanzaa principles. We are cycling through reading an essay off of, or a series of essays off of endarkment.com. So we have been doing the principle of Nia, which is purpose, to make our collective vocation the building and developing of our community in order to restore our people to their traditional greatness. Yes. In order to advance our people in the tradition of our greatness. Yes. Okay. So let's see where I think we're like paragraph 2 or 3 on this essay. Okay. So we're on yes. So we're on paragraph 3. And it says, finally, Nia suggests that personal and social purpose are not only non-antagonistic but complementary in the true communitarian sense of the word. So your personal and social purpose are not only not against each other. So it's not like there's any conflict between me and my community, but we all in this together. When I win, we all win. When you win, we all win. So we want everybody to win. We're communitarian in the true sense of the word, communitarian. I'm a communitarian. Are you a communitarian? I don't think I've ever heard that word before, a communitarian. Okay. In fact, it suggests that the highest form of personal purpose is, in the final analysis, social purpose, i.e., personal purpose that translates itself into a vocation and commitment which involves and benefits the community. So when you're in alignment, when you about your business, you about our business. When you about me, you about we. It's all one, it's all connected. It's intermingled. You can't separate me from we. How you gonna do that? How you gonna win if you ain't right within? Okay. Personal purpose that translates itself into a vocational commitment which involves and benefits the community. As we have noted elsewhere, such a level and quality of purpose not only benefits the collective whole, but also gives fullness and meaning to a person's life. Oh, I love that. Fullness and meaning to a person's life in a way individualistic and isolated pursuits cannot. So when you just all out here about me, your life is it's not full. It's not meaningful in the same way that it is when we about we, and we ain't talking that language. I'm just joking around, but you know. Okay, so that's good. I like that. So let's move on and see what the Buddha has to say today. If there's any edification for us there, if there's any illumination for us there, let's check out in the segment called Yo Buddha, what up though? Hey, what's up, Ayapo? Where is it? Where is it? Oh, here we are. Ayapo! Yo Buddha, what up though? One is not low because of birth, nor does birth make one holy. Deeds alone make one low. Deeds alone make one lowly. So, what are we doing? And what can we do to continue our progression? What can we do today to continue our growth? What can we do to elevate ourselves, our families, and our communities? What choices can we make that are productive and positive and in the direction of love? What actions and thoughts can we have that are elevating ourselves and our community and in the direction of love? Yes, Buddha, I agree 100%. One is not low because of birth, nor does birth make one holy. Deeds alone make one low. Deeds alone make one holy. All right. Let us proceed with the news feed. I'm reading. That's my tablet's name. Be Fabulous You tablet. Okay. Principal bars valedictorian from giving graduation speech. It's really interesting. It seems like this is sort of like a theme, this idea of trying to prevent us from speaking and us from expressing ourselves and us from saying what we have to say. But the thing is that you can't squash down the truth. You can block one child from speaking here or there, but you can't block the truth from being what it is. Censorship. But it just seemed like it's coming down heavy on the children. Like they got things to say, they have thoughts to express, and they trying to tell them they can't do it. And then the other thing I try to tell people that we don't really have free speech here in the US. The other thing that's really interesting to me about it is that the way that the rules are is that if you're valedictorian, then you give a speech. But now that this child is valedictorian, they're like, oh no, you can't give a speech, little black child, the first valedictorian. Which is very shocking in the United States. Hey, Rowdy Chica, good to see you again, girl. Which is very shocking here in the United States of America. I mean, it's just like, how could that happen? It's so out of alignment with the way that things normally operate here. Not. Okay. So congratulations to the baby. Let's see if we can see the baby's name, who was the Ayapo Daholi Aparan Deshaun Yapa. Right. It's like sticking their head in the sand and saying, since I can't see it or hear it, it doesn't exist. Right. But it does. Oh, look it's a baby boy. Oh my God. Look at his pictures. He like, he think he cute with his cute self. Okay. So I don't know. Oh, his name is Jason or Jason. Maybe it's Jason. We're going to go with Jason. It's just spelled in a very creative way. Hey, the True Royal family. Jason Lovett is his name. So we're going to 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. Whoop, 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 whoop. All right. So 33 claps plus more for baby boy Jason or Jason Lovett. He worked hard in high school and rose up the ranks, a valedictorian. But when it was time for him to share his inspirational graduation speech at the University Preparatory Charter School for Young Men as the first Black valedictorian last month, Lovett said his principal let a grudge against him get in the way and refused to let him speak. See, probably all along when that child was like being extraordinary the way that we tend to be, there was some hateration going on. And the young boy was probably like, get up off me, get up off me. And the principal was like, who are you to think that you could tell me to get up off of you? But anyway, it didn't want to let him speak his truth. His name is Jason. His name is Jason. Oh, now is it spelled like that? Because in this article, it's spelled Jaisaan. Or are you giving me a phonetic pronunciation? Jason. I don't know. Okay, but anyway, yay for him. The principal, Joseph Muno, reportedly tried to silence Lovett since they had a strained relationship over the years, but it didn't work because you can't stop the truth, baby. The New York Daily News reports that Rochester Mayor Lovely Warren invited Lovett, who had served as her intern. Oh, you I don't always get all the jokes. I try. Sonia C's. Hey, Sonia C's. And to get invited the child to City Hall to give his speech in an open forum to air on the city's official YouTube channel. Oh, so we need to find the speech and see the baby boy. I don't know if they have a link in here, but anyway, so I guess the city of Rochester, New York. Haters gonna hate. Hey, Max Evans, that's what they do, right? And lovers are gonna love, and winners are gonna win. So anyway, we're gonna check out the Rochester YouTube page so we can hear his speech, because we want to hear the voices of the children. Let the children speak. I believe the children are the future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. I'm actually curious to hear him. But anyway, congratulations to him, and boo to regressive people who try to stop the truth. They so dumb. I wish I put a dumb icon off of like in my little YouTube things, but I never really get to use it. But if I was like editing videos, I would put like a dumb up, like the little pop suckers. I put a dumb up with that R&B singing. Is that what it is? All right, Toni Braxton posts video for 90s song fans had no clue existed. Real bad. No, Sonia, no. It's not bad. It's just good in reverse. It's regressively good. You got to understand how to mine the goodness from the singing. King Quest, that song is like my king. Huh? Okay, so the people were excited. Some song that she put out, I think it's one song on that album that I really love for some reason. It's called what's that song? You get so hot when I'm around you, baby. I think it's on that same album. So anyway, she done released the video. The video is from back in the day, and some people have gone wild. They're very excited. I remember I did a photo shoot maybe when I was a senior, but maybe before, and people were like, you look like Toni Braxton. And I was like, who is Toni Braxton? And in those particular pictures I did. I don't think that I do in general, but in that, for whatever lighting, makeup, or whatever we did, I was kind of like, oh, I can see what's on. Mayor forced to apologize over racially insensitive comments at ceremony. I should have said in more not news. Toni used to be a natural beauty. Has she had surgery and stuff? Oh, I don't really know. And I don't watch the I've watched like 3 or 4 episodes of Braxton Family Values spread out over. She had unnecessary surgery. Really? So yeah, that's coming off of the Griot if you're interested in that story. Gang members charged in teens machete murder fear for their lives at Rikers Island. I feel kind of sad in a way for people and for young people, because sometimes I think that we're just out here with machetes, like literal and literal machetes, and also like metaphorical machetes, and we just chop and skid up. We just causing trouble, and we're not necessarily conscious of that. We're not necessarily conscious of the repercussions of our actions. And so then when our behinds are being sent to Rikers Island because somebody has us on tape macheteing somebody to death, figuratively, but literally in the case of these children, but figuratively, and we getting sent to Rikers Island, and we're going to have to deal with some real crazy people. And I mean, we crazy too, but I mean, it's just machete. Hey, Dark Void. It's just like, I just feel like, I mean, y'all just out here doing whatever, and you're not thinking of the repercussions. Is it because you're not developmentally able to think of the repercussions? Is it because you didn't think you would get caught? I mean, it's just like, hey, Frank G. Hey, Mimi Dow. So it's just kind of like, I just feel a certain way about it, and I just, like, on one hand, I feel like, good, that's what you deserve. But then on another hand, I just feel like, dang, when people are just young and dumb, or just dumb, you just feel like, dang, I just feel bad, like some people are just, ignorant. They just out here wielding a machete and don't think nothing gonna happen. So anyway, they worried about going to Rikers Island and really getting messed up. Police called on suspicious Black family enjoying a meal at Subway. Oh, and more not news. So it's obvious that in the KKK fascist newsletter for the last 2 months, they've been advising all of their members to call the police. If you see Black people in public, call the popo. That's that's they action of the week, they action of the month. Hey, Nicole Ali. So I mean, they continue with that, and they can continue with it, whatever. You can't stop. You can't stop us. You can't kill us. You can't destroy us. So anyway, yeah, that's coming off of the Griot if you're interested in the story. Former Teen Vogue editor Elaine Welteroth says Uber driver assaulted her and called the police. So she's saying that she was in the Uber and the person assaulted her, and then the person called the police on her. I'm not sure what the story is. It's coming off the Griot. And I think that this is the editor of Teen Vogue. I don't know if you remember during the election, all of a sudden, I was seeing article after article from Teen Vogue of all things. This seemed progressive. It was like, what's going on? I don't think that she might be biracial. She looks on the lighter skin side, but she was out there, trying to be progressive in her way. So I'm not exactly sure what happened with her in the Uber. But yeah, yeah, I've seen her. That's who I thought it was. So, and she feels that she's been punished by let's thumbs up this video. Thank you for the likes. I appreciate them. Thank you for the shares, for the comments, for the engagement, for being here, for being you and being fabulous. Oh, and hit the notification bell. If you came in late, you can always loop around and see what you missed once the video is uploaded. If you have to leave early, don't worry. Once the video is uploaded, you can come back in where you left off and just pick up and hear the rest of the not news. No worries. Just calm down. It's okay. Okay. She's being punished by the ride-sharing company who refused to acknowledge the abuse and kicked her off the platform. Elaine, she recounted the harrowing experience on Instagram about a violent interaction with an angry Uber driver that left the media star with a bruised arm. This is my second channel. Oh, G Frank 92. Hey, okay. Why everybody got you got a second channel too? You got gas too? That's an inside joke, and nobody in here is in the joke. Welteroth said the driver dropped her off in the wrong location, and instead of helping the popular influencer get to her destination, she said he kicked her out of the vehicle and called the police. So when did her arm get bruised? When she tried to jump back in? Confused about where she was, Welteroth said she asked the driver, I said, are we here? Which way is it? She says in the video she took and posted on Instagram. The driver was already on the phone reporting her to the police for no apparent reason. Well, the apparent reason is because he got the memo, or she got the memo from the KKK fascists, the hotline thing, video thing they do email. I don't know how they do it, but they probably don't use drums, but they get the word out. What's our agenda? When you Black, you have to have a second channel and third and fourth. I'm Black. I don't have a second channel though, but I think you have to get a whole I'm Black. I think you have to get a whole different I hope the Uber driver had a camera recording. I think you have to get a whole different email address. And I feel like all of my emails are linked. Like they already know that all of my emails are the same person. So get one, please. So I don't know how to do all of that. It's so convoluted. I'm just trying to get my salad together for the day so I don't starve to death and die on this cleanse. How am I going to get another channel? Watch your food and any other services you get from them. Yep, you telling the truth. That's the truth. That's the truth. Minimize your contact. Minimize your contact. Minimize your contact. And manage as much of your stuff as you can yourself. When she got out the car, the driver reportedly slammed the door, but she told police anyway. So that's what's going on with that child. I mean, yeah. So that's not cool. The actor behind Jar Jar Binks, remember Jar Jar Binks? Jar Jar Binks, he was like a character in like Star Wars or Star Trek or something, and he was like, I guess he was supposed to be Jamaican or something, but it was weird. Jaja Bink likey or something. He was real like, oh, make you. But anyway, listen to this. Oh, you subscribe? Question COG? I thought you were already subscribed. He said he almost killed himself. Messa, remember Jaja Binks. Okay, dokie. I can't do it. Uber run Pookie. Uber run Pookie. He said he almost killed himself because his character was so unpopular. Star Wars. Now, yes, sir. Gotta have backup. Plan B. Plan B. Yeah, that's true. He make black men look bad. It was racial code for Star Wars. Max Evans. I feel like if you out here acting, especially if you out here acting and you trying to be mainstream, it's very like you have like I feel bad for like his mind that he would like be trying or thinking about killing himself over a role. Like when he took the role, did he think that it was like this is something that black people are going to be proud of me for? And then he was just shocked and surprised when it didn't unfold that way, and so he's like, forget it, I'm going to kill myself. Like it seemed like when he took that role, he didn't know that it was going to be a problem. I feel like he should have known and been prepared, like, well, it's gonna be some flashback, but I gotta do this because I need to make money and I'm trying to break into Hollywood and this is how I gotta do it. I'm just kind of surprised. The code is strong within the young Skywalker. The force, the code, yes. Okay, I got it slowly. So anyway, I guess prayers out to him, like, I mean, I wasn't a fan of Jaja Binks, but I don't want him. Don't kill yourself over it. Just don't take roles like that if it's, and sometimes I guess you do stuff and then you realize after the fact that it's that serious. When you did it on the front end, you're like, oh, it's not a big deal, I can handle it. And then after the fact, when people are getting in that behind, you be like, I can't handle it. Terry Crews would do anything for a role. Damn. Man, are there no other jobs out there? But what if in your heart and your soul you're called to be an actor? What do you do? Live just a miserable life working for the post office? Okay. Middle Eastern cuisine is poised to take over America. Tough. Yeah, black people in Hollywood should be careful with roles. Middle Eastern cuisine is poised to take over America, and it reveals a huge change in how people like to eat. So I don't know how people like to eat, and I don't know what the change has been revealed, but I think it's interesting because where I am in Detroit, we have a large population of Middle Easterners. So you can get the best Middle Eastern food, I think, in the world. I've never been to yeah, some people love falafel, but I don't like falafel, but some people love falafel. But so yeah, so you can get good food, and I feel like we have our own little brand in this region of the country that's like unique to this region of the country because we have so many Middle Easterners. When I was a kid, they called them Chaldeans. Is that what they call them, Chaldeans? Arab. They called we had the Chaldeans who were not Muslim, but they were Arabic, and we would call them Arabs. I didn't know till I was grown that was like not really cool. I don't like falafel either. Is falafel chickpeas? I don't know. It's chickpeas. Usually it's fava beans, and then it's something green in it, like stuffed grape leaves. Ooh, falafel got it going on. Falafel and grape leaves are good. I never had grape leaves either. I like majadara and I like tabbouleh and I like lentil soup. I've never had these foods from rare in Boston. Well, this article is saying they're coming all over the country, and I already do hummus like in Walmart and stuff. So I'm like, oh, this cuisine is taking off. What's that red sauce? I don't know the red sauce. I know that garlic spread people love. I don't know what the red sauce is, but that falafel, hummus, those are like standards. Tabbouleh is pretty standard, or fattoush. Fattoush is probably more standard than falafel, and it's probably, than tabbouleh, and it's more accessible. But I love me some Middle Eastern food. I love being here. And when you get it in other parts of the country, in my experience, it is not, I'm like, I'll never, yeah, there's a falafel truck on nearly every corner in in Center City, Philly. Wow. Yeah, that's interesting. But when I try to get like what I like outside of Detroit is like, you get a tabbouleh and the instead of it being green, it'd be like yellow, like the parsley is wilted and it just be off and nasty. I've been eating falafel for a long time. If I count yesterday, I've had it like twice. Um, European Wikipedia sites go dark to protest copyright reform. I don't know what's going on with Wikipedia in Europe and what's going on with copyright reform. But that, I don't know, it just kind of caught my attention. I was like, oh, I want to know more. I just don't have time, especially now because I'm kind of hungry. So we gonna skip this article, but maybe it'll come up again and we can get some education and learn about what's going on in the rest of the world. They got some Arab food here in Ohio. Yeah, Ayapo is in Ohio. And he got some Arab food, some Arab food. I'm not gonna joke like that because I wouldn't want, but anyway. Silicon Valley's housing crisis is so dire that this 897 square foot Palo Alto, I made stuffed grape leaves before. I use rice as a base for the stuffing. Ooh. So what do grape leaves taste like? Do they taste spinachy? Like, are they soft in texture? Do they taste kind of collard greeny? Do they taste kale-y? How would you describe grape leaves? Are they tangy? What do they taste like? My next door neighbors growing up were Middle Eastern. I think they were from Jordan. I can't even remember. But I do remember that whenever they would have a death in their family, and I thought it was really interesting. When I was growing up, when we had a death in the family, you would take like savory food to people. Like my mother, who didn't really cook, she would always stop at KFC. And that's back when KFC sold fish. Y'all probably don't know nothing about that, but she would stop and get a bucket of fish or chicken and take it to the people because she didn't cook nothing for them. But the next door neighbors, when they had a death, you would bring them sweet food. You don't bring them savory because it was to sweeten the sorrow of the death. And I thought that was really beautiful. Fried fish at KFC. I used to like ayapo, a soft mix between spinach and collards. Soft, a mix between spinach and collards to me. Oh, okay. Um, okay. So this 897 square foot house, that's small. That's like less than 1,000 feet. Now it's probably not small for a person or two, but I'm just saying it's not like we talking about 5,000 square foot house. It's selling for 2.59 million. Take a look inside. No flavor without spices though. Oh, okay. Yeah, I just noticed the grape leaves on the menu the other day, and I was like, oh, but then once I usually find something that I like, I just stick with it. Like I don't want to be experimenting and try nothing that I don't like and then ruin my life. Hey Kendra, not that it's gonna ruin my life, but I don't want to have no nasty taste in my mouth. I like food and I want to continue to enjoy it. Sultan of Coins, Iranian police arrest man for hoarding gold. So they say that he was like collecting a whole bunch of gold so that he could artificially inflate or control the market in his neighborhood, his community or whatever. And I'm like, are they gonna come arrest me for hoarding coins because I collect coins to save? I mean, I collect them to save for my savings. I mean, how they know he was artificially manipulating the market? I didn't read the article, and maybe they tell you in there, but I'm just saying. I mean, they be coming up with all kinds of reasons to arrest people and harass people. Or maybe we should be mad because he was trying to artificially influence the market in Iran. I don't know. I just thought it was interesting. People can seem more racist as they get older, but it's not simply a case of being from a different time. So they're saying a lot of times, like when people's grandparents and stuff say stuff that's off, are they going to arrest me? And I'm an alchemist by trade. A lot of times when people's like parents or stuff or grandparents will say stuff that's off, you just like, oh, they from a different age. When they was growing up, they called, the grandmother may be like, come over here, color gal. And you be looking like, she She talking to me. They'd be like, you know, my grandmother, she from a different age. And you'd be like, hey, Ron Redbird. I thought that your live stream was so peaceful. I like the visuals, and then the tone of your voice was very soothing. That's why I was multitasking. I was like, okay, this is good. I can get some stuff done. So thank you. I enjoyed your live stream today. Everybody go subscribe to Ron Redbird. And our cardinal is here today, or he was earlier, but he's not here right now. But they're saying it's not exactly just that they're from a different time, but that the part of their brain, like I guess there's a part of our brain that controls like impulse. Like, you know, you might think something, but part of your brain is like, well, don't say it just because you think it. And they're saying as you get older, that part of your brain starts to erode away. So once you think it, you just gonna say it. You've been thinking it all along now, but you know, now you just gonna say it. Come on over here, gal, and bring me and wash my windows. And you be, you know. So anyway, now what I do think in terms of this whole, you know, I was listening to this in a gal is a common word with my grandmother, with my grandma. What I do think, I was listening to this interview, and I might have already talked about it, but I guess it's kind of heavy on me, where this guy who was in a movie where he played a slave monster, and Don't Terry, my mother and grandmother say, cut out all that twisted and ringing. They'll be like, I'm twisted and ringing, cut it out. But so this person was a slave monster. Isn't that Tourette's syndrome, where you have no filter for your thoughts? It might be. Maybe as you get older, you get Tourette's. But so this person played a slave monster in a movie. This black person was interviewing him, and he was like, you know, your character was evil, and how you feel about playing an evil character, or whatever they were saying. He's basically like, you know, he was evil. Your character was evil. And the white actor was like, well, I don't really think the character was evil. I think that the character was in love, and it was a complicated time, and it's a complicated situation, and he was a circumstance of his time. And you know, the interviewer, the black interviewer, and me were like, so he was raping her, he was enslaving her, he was beating her. Now where's the love? Where's the complication? They're not old, they're racist. I bet they reprogrammed their minds to use a washing machine instead of beating their clothes with what, a rock? With rocks. Yes, beat their clothes up against rocks. And it's just kind of like, you know, it really kind of, I'm really trying to understand. I don't have a lot of contact with, you know, a lot of contact with white people. And I usually don't have unpleasant interactions with people, primarily because I really don't talk about anything substantial with somebody that I don't really know. So if I don't have a relationship with them, I'm not really, it's just like, yeah, how you doing? Oh, it's not really like anything. So, I mean, it's cool because we ain't talking about skit. It ain't really nothing to be uncool about, you know? But it's just kind of like when I hear stuff like that, it's like we're diametrically opposed. Like, if that's how you're processing things, if you see things like, you know, well, you know, beating people, raping people, you know, enslaving people, right? I know what you mean. I only talk about the weather with white people. Is, you know, that's just a sign of the times. And it's kind of like, we don't have anywhere to go, you know? You've had strangers tell me some deep things. Yeah. That's my go-to, Max. Yeah. Yep. So, yeah, I done lost my way. I lost my way. Haragani, Nia Purpose. So that say on purpose was kind of interesting today. I like that they were talking. Let me get back to my place while I do this. I like that they were talking about, you know, your purpose exists and thrives in the context of our purpose. There's no separation. There's no opposition. We all in this together. I love that. I really, really like that. I'm so happy that I kept trying with Endarkment and just accidentally stumbled upon these essays. I should have known it was a hyperlink because it was a different color. I just thought it was pretty. I didn't know. Um, okay, let's keep going because we can't be out here all day. Oh, we really can't be out here all day. Um, okay, Sultan of Coins. People can seem more racist. I mean, how much more racist can you be? Aren't they already at level 1 million? I mean, we go for as. Oh, we go for A's. Okay, I'm here now. We go for A's. That's what the baby said. They say we go for A's. We not going for B's. We not going for C's. We go for A's. Georgia triplets graduate summa cum laude. Each earn perfect GPAs. Woo! 19, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. And we're going to adopt that. We go for A's. We going for excellence. We going for the top. We're going to find out their names. And they're triplets. Who doesn't love triplets? I mean, I love twins, but 3 is even better because it's like my favorite number is 3. So you got 3. I mean, right. I see. We need to give them another medal because they go for A's. Look at the baby boys. This is a video, so you can only see 2 of them, but it's probably 3 of them because they're triplets. Triplets of Henry County, Georgia, graduated from Ola times 33 times 3. Yes, 3 for each one. From Ola High School at summa cum laude, with each of them earning a 4.0 GPA. Kendall, Colby, and Sydney Belcher give their parents credit for setting such high standards. Yes, parents, yes. It was always expected to be at the top of our class. They were always expected to be at the top of their class. I mean, why would you, what else could you expect? Every kid wants to make their parents as proud as you can. So just to see how proud they were of us for graduation, it made me super happy. Oh, and they're sweet kids too. That's sweet. While achieving their impressive feat, the trio kept things fun and competitive. What's wrong with you? Was that a B? Joked Kendall when the reporter asked if they'd ever gotten B's. Sydney added confidently, we don't go for B's, we go for A's. Don't be asking me no dumb questions, reporter. The triplets' mother, Kathy Belcher, said many times she believed that her children's success, I'm calling the police. I've been waiting for this day. Right. I really like that story. This is what we need to hear more of. Listen, this is funny. They're using 3 a lot in this story. It's my favorite story so far. They've been working for a very long time. A lot of people may think this is just high school. We started this when they were 3 years old. Kendall, Colby. Hey, Sandra Muhammad, Chandra. Mama Muhammad. Yes. And Sydney. It's like, like they couldn't think of no other K. They have to probably be coached by the Kardashian lady. She came up with all the K's, right? Or maybe they just wanted to like break the mold. Kidney. They could call him Bean for just call him Bean for his nickname. Petty Pendergrass. So 2 of them are going to Georgia State while 1 is going to Gordon State. Oh, but together they've committed to remaining at the top of the class. The parents were B students. What you mean? All right. So we like the children. We're happy for them. Okay. Why Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube have an apartheid content policy problem? Moguldom. What does it mean? An apartheid content policy? What does that mean? I'm clicking on the article. They couldn't come up with the 3rd K name. When it comes to freedom of speech, all things are not equal on Facebook. Oh, when some users express their freedom, they are censored. Others are free to say what they want, so it seems. Now, that seems to be true. I think that's true. Because I'm still traumatized. I'm surprised that Becky didn't show up at the graduation and call the police. Censorship is real. Yes, it is. That's what we were talking about with the baby child, the valedictorian. Okay, deported from the U.S. to a Somali danger zone. That's coming off of the BBC, talking about the whole immigration thing, and a lot of the Somalians and Haitians are getting sent away. I'm afraid if I go to Canada, just like when I was in DR, they tried to send me to Haiti, and I'm not Haitian. I'm afraid I'm gonna go to Canada, and then they're gonna be like, you're not American or whatever, and they're gonna send me away. And I'm gonna be like, with my purse and nothing else, and not prepared to leave the country, and like shocked and appalled and stressed and confused. Because I think that this whole thing is like targeted at all of us in a way. I don't think, yeah, I don't think Zero is doing anything for me. Netflix test ultra tier that could add a higher priced option. Most Blacks are immigrants in Canada. It is. Keep extra pairs of underwear in your purse. I could keep my whole bag. One of my girlfriends taught me about a whole bag. I don't have one though. I need a whole bag. I need a whole bag. Now I have a reason to have one. I used to, when I like in my Mary Kay, the little travel roll-up bag, I would joke with people that they could use it as a whole bag. You got everything you need. All you got to do is throw some underwear in here and you can grab it and go anywhere. But I would just think in my head, it's a whole bag. I wouldn't really tell. We all need whole bags. That's true. That's true. We need to have our weapons in there and some emergency, or a weapon in there and some emergency provisions. I hadn't been on YouTube. I was gonna say I hadn't seen Captain PYT, but I hadn't been on YouTube. I ain't seen nobody hardly. So Netflix is trying to come up with a higher price tier. They want to charge you more money. What you gonna get in exchange? Aren't we already? We ain't got commercials, so what we gonna get? Why this man is traveling the world on his bamboo bike? I don't know. Thailand cave. New video shows boys in good health. So they done found the children. They're teaching them to swim in there and to dive. They're sending them. Oh, he's gone dark. Oh, I didn't know. They're sending the children and their coach food and provisions. I'm trying to understand. I haven't read any articles. I've just been looking at the headlines, but it must be some dangerous situation why they can't just get them out. Because, I mean, it's good that they're alive and they look good and everything, but don't we want to go on and get them out the cave? I mean, what are they waiting for? They said it could be up to 2 months before they could get them. Well, what's the holdup? 2 months because of flood waters and the children don't know how to swim. Oh, wow. Now, that is wild to me because 2 months of molestation, because a cave, I mean, I guess by definition a cave is dark, right? They just, I mean I guess they have company and everything, but US woman 92, that story is crazy. I wanted to do a video yesterday, but it was like, looks fishy to me. US woman 92, this is a 92-year-old woman, and she killed her son to avoid getting sent into a care home. That story is strange. So I guess her son was like, you know how I don't do this, but I have heard people threaten their parents. Look, if you don't act right, I'm gonna put you in a home. They've always sent divers in to stay with them until, they've sent divers in to stay with them until they can get out. Zero Dark 30, I see. Say what? Wasn't their fault. They got trapped by a flash flood. I didn't say it was their fault. Oh, you're saying that's somebody else. People threaten their parents. Look, if you don't act right, I'm going to send you to a home. And then we saw an article. It was probably like 2 or 3 months ago. Remember that article where the person was coming to visit their parents? And when they came, their parents had been taken away by somebody, gone to court and gotten legal custody of their parents' knowledge, and with the child being involved in the parents' life, and had them declared mentally incompetent and took all of their property and put them in a home. and they were like their legal guardian, and they were getting paid to do this, and it's like some loophole in like Arizona law, but it's like not just limited to Arizona. It was like the craziest story. But anyway, I guess this 92-year-old said, no, you won't, you ain't gonna lock me up in no home. And she killed her son. I don't know. I'm just looking at the headline. White people are looking at these scenes from inside the cave and saying, now that's living. They can live in caves if they want. They say when you live in caves, like the temperature stays more stable and it's cooler and not cold. You know, it's like a good comfortable 72 or whatever degrees. It's not good to live in a cave. So rest in peace to the woman's child who was killed. I mean, a mother killing her child and a 92-year-old woman killing her child. Yeah, we talked about that a couple of days ago. I saw the story a couple of days ago. The 89-year-old woman who was denied use of the Shell bathroom. I didn't know it was Shell. I haven't dealt with Shell since apartheid days. That's like back in the 80s. But anyway, she was coming from church and tried to, she had to go, and they were like, no. And we talked about public accommodations and all of this. Trump, now this and other things that are not news and are not actually shocking, and I don't know why they headlines. Trump may be planning to meet one-on-one with Putin at their upcoming summit. That's where he gonna get the rest of his marching orders. Of course he's going to meet one-on-one. I tried to stop at a Shell station to get directions when I got lost in Belgium. I had to stop at a Shell station. I think in the last, like as an adult, I think I've been to a Shell station once, maybe twice. Putin is always tooting. Okay. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's just what I would assume about Zero and Putin. Like they gotta have a private time, they one-on-one time. The Thai soccer team stuck in a cave is not only being taught how to dive, but how to swim. 4th of July, Aspen, Colorado swaps fireworks for drones. Really, you think he can get along with that man? Maybe they could become great friends. Shit. They could become great friends. That's his boss. That's his owner. That's his master. They're not really friends. I don't think Putin likes or respects that man. I think he's just using him for, in the ways that he can. Okay. AI-powered instant camera turns photos into crude cartoons. So it takes your photos and then it makes them into like stick art sketches, which seems kind of regressive. I wish it would take like my stick art sketches and make them into like beautiful things, because I can make like the stick art stuff. I want something I can't make. Why they got the artificial intelligence doing stuff that I could do for me? Add some value, artificial intelligence. By paying staff to cycle to work, companies benefit from more savings, less sick leave, and improved satisfaction. I like to be paid to cycle to work, I guess. Silicon Valley insiders revealed that Facebook, Snapchat, and Twitter are using behavioral cocaine to turn people into addicts. My stick artwork is hangman game drawing. Shell's going to lose business like Starbucks. So they saying they got stuff and systems in place to get you addicted to the Facebook and the Snapchat and the Twitter. So take a break sometimes and don't use it so much. Don't just go along without fighting the system. Fight. Resist. Resist. My brothers and sisters, resist. Yeah, like you were saying, go outside, unplug, put your feet on the earth, lean your back up against the tree, look at the water. All of that. What did Ayapo say that was funny? Take a break. It's worth it. Take a break. It's worth it. This has been a public service announcement. The Thai soccer team trapped in the cave are getting a fiber optic cable installed so they can go online. Now, that's when I was like, what the hell? But they're going to be in there for 2 months. Okay. So they got cable. They getting swimming lessons. They can't get them out the cave for a couple until the flood waters go down. Malaysia's ex-prime minister Najib charged with corruption over, look at the water and wait for the police to put you in handcuffs for trespassing. Oh Lord, oh Lord. They're getting amenities. Yeah, they're getting amenities. Yeah. Over $1 million. So I guess some embezzlement thing. Oh, I'm so hungry. Nantes police shooting, deadly incident triggers clashes, illegal water watching. Refugee, oh my God, refugee kid stabbed and slashed at a 3-year-old's birthday party could be left paralyzed and with mutilated faces. Who at the 3-year-old's birthday party cutting up children? Did I hear it was a black person who did that? I mean, it ain't good for nobody to do it, but anyway, prayers out to the children. What's wrong with people? A black man in Idaho did this. Well, maybe the Idaho part explains it. He's probably like a little, he might be a little isolated and crazy. That guy was a psychopath. It sounds kind of psychopathic. May sound like I'm joking, but I'm not. They should send some handheld video games so that the stranded soccer team can keep their minds off the situation. Where they're getting cable, no black folks in Idaho. Who said there are no black folks in Idaho? We just heard. Yeah, that's sad. That's sad. That's crazy. Who does that? That's disturbing. Pharrell, I think it's Pharrell. Pharrell Williams wore a $815,500 watch to Paris Fashion Week. I didn't even know that there were any watches that were that expensive. It was a kid's birthday party, a 3-year-old's birthday party. Pharrell be cooning. What? Do you know what? There are too many black people in Idaho. Then the family moved. There were too many people in Idaho. Then that family moved. There's probably a whole community of black folks in Idaho. You think? I don't know. Idaho. I mean, everybody loves potatoes, mashed potatoes, baked potatoes, fried potatoes, scalloped potatoes. Oh, I make this dish with onions and potatoes, and you kind of like salt. Oh, it's very good. That used to be my specialty in college. People used to come, all the people wanted to come to my brunch for the potatoes. They could. That watch could pay off my mortgage. I feel poor. Pay off your mortgage? Shoot, that could pay off a whole bunch of mortgages. I don't know what your mortgage is, but oh my gosh, that's did he wear his Ranger Smith's hat? Yeah, that's an expensive watch. What's the difference between mashed potatoes and pea soup? Anyone can mash potatoes, but no one can pea soup. Nah. Exactly. Okay, so anyway, we learned something new about watch, the watch game, and you got to get your watch game tight. Don't be out here with no $40 watch. You better get you a $815,000 watch. Hey, Bonafide, thank you for the flower. You'll be out here, your wrist looking just awful with them cheap watches. Star Wars, he considered suicide. His name was Ahmed Best. He has a great name, Best. I got a Fossil watch. See, you're slipping. My $5 Casio is just fine with me. Google says it's not reading your email, except when it does. Now, I have Google. We were talking about trial balloons yesterday, and it's just, now I done left Facebook, and I'm gonna have to leave everything. I'm just gonna have to talk to people through smoke signals. I'm gonna set up a pyramid out here. I want all of y'all to set up a pyramid in your locations. At a certain time, we gonna go on our pyramids, and we gonna communicate. We gonna bypass Google, Twitter, YouTube, all of that. We got to develop the skills to do that. We got to have some alternative system. What's the alternative system? Watch. What's that? I haven't worn one of those things for a decade. That's ridiculous that Sonia sees. Mayweather bought an $18 million watch last week. Oh my gosh. Did we talk about that already? I try to ignore everything having to do with Mayweather. I really do. Cause he just, it's hard. I hate to not just I want to find something to respect in people. You know, you want to try to find something. And he just, I can't, I try to ignore him so I don't have to hate him. Um White supremacist propaganda on college campuses is soaring. Okay, we're gonna practice now. Did you get it? What you think I said? $20 or $30 watches are better. Okay, I'm gonna try this and see if you can. Did you get it? It's not a red robin, it's a cardinal. Did anybody get it? Yes, yes, I see. I think we might have cheated though. He said, peace and love, family. I should have. Sierra Leone and Liberia was suffering from landslides the week Mayweather won. The electric slide song. But actually, I do think you can cultivate, in theory, I don't know how to, but I think you can cultivate communication. Watch these fools try to read my mind. I think you can cultivate other forms of communication. I do. I really do. So this kind of surprised me. This is an article somebody sent me. It wasn't on my news feed. The amount of white supremacist propaganda posted on college campuses has nearly doubled in the last year, according to a new report released Thursday by the Anti-Defamation League. The report found that in the last year alone, there have been 292 reported incidents of white supremacist propaganda, including stickers, banners, and flyers containing racist and anti-Semitic messages left on campuses that range from Ivy League to local community colleges. The incidents represent a 77% increase from the previous year. I just thought that was interesting because I was like, is it happening more? Oh, you're not shocked? You're not shocked? I was like, is it happening that much more, or is it just getting reported more? Are we focusing on it more? White supremacy always in colleges for decades. Well, for decades, from the founding. What is anti-Semitic? Now that's a good question. And I don't have an answer. Like The Shining, we could have entire conversations without even opening our mouths. We could. I don't know if I saw The Shining. It seemed like I heard of that, but now I'm like, I don't really know what that's about. What's that about? Is it a horror film? I think I heard of it, The Shining. I was thinking about like in the Immortal series by Tananarive, like how those people like were just really like developed, and they like meditated, and they, they were just like whoo, and they were developed mentally. HBCUs would be overtaken by non-blacks. Yeah, so anyway, Idaho man accused of stabbing 9 in large refugee community will represent himself. So is this the man who was stabbing the people at the children's birthday party? He gonna represent himself? Okay. Is this the same man? It was a Stephen King horror film from the 1980, I believe. They should be exclusively black. We must send our children to HBCUs to save them. Now, even the name of them, historically black colleges and universities. That's like saying we used to just call them black colleges when I was growing up, and now they're HBCUs. Like, well, historically we've been black, but now who are the real Jews? I'm just saying. Okay, NAACP to Starbucks. You need a civil rights audit of 8,000 stores for racial profiling. I saw after when the whole thing came out the other day about the people in Philadelphia, the 2 young guys in Philadelphia in Starbucks, and then I heard a story on the radio of this cop who was at a Starbucks about 5 or 10 years ago. The NAACP is for wimps. Who was at the Starbucks about 5 or 10 years ago, and he tried to use the restroom. He was in uniform and they wouldn't let him use the restroom. And then he went to use it someplace else, and his partner came and he was like, "Why didn't you use the restroom in Starbucks?" And he was like, "They wouldn't let me." And they're like, "Well, they let somebody else use it." And so he ended up suing them. And then they tried to pay him like $5,000 to sign a non-disclosure agreement. And he's like, "Just on general principle, I'm not non-disclosing nothing. You can't pay me to keep my mouth closed about this." But anyway, when I heard that story, I was like, to me, once you have two data points, you have a pattern. Or I'm looking at it now. To me, then I'm starting to think this is a pattern. And I ain't never been a fan of Starbucks anyway, and I don't think they're exceptional in terms of, you know, the racism in the society. But I mean, Starbucks and all of them need a whole bunch of stuff. Not only a civil rights audit, but like the whole country. I mean, okay. The 23 best icebreakers to use at a party when you don't know anyone. So what do you say when you're around a bunch of strangers and you don't know what, you know, like you don't know anybody, you don't know what to say? One of the things that they said is, "I don't know anybody at this party except for the bartender, and I just met them 5 minutes ago." So that's what we doing. I thought that was a mess. The Bucks part of Starbucks needs to be removed. It just needs to be star. Use your black Southern charm. Hey, that's what I do. I don't know. I don't know. I did teach myself how to small talk about 20 years ago, so I'm not even conscious now of. But I feel like the first tip that I always give people is smile and say hello. You can't go wrong with that. And then ask people about them. I can't go to Starbucks because I don't have 6 million, 6,000 to pay for a cup of coffee. I don't have a whole bunch of money to pay for a cup of coffee. I don't even know what denomination that is. Is that supposed to be 0.76? I also taught myself small talk. Yes. Because I didn't used to talk to people that I didn't know. Like, now I talk to everybody. "Hey, do we know each other? You owe me money, right?" And I think it's like in your attitude, like you just have to believe that you're gonna, like, like this is your friend that you haven't met yet. And you're gonna find out why they're your friend, why you like them. You're gonna find out something to like about them. That's your mission. That's my mission. I tried to learn small talk, but my mouth kept opening all the way when I spoke. Embattled EPA chief Scott Pruitt reportedly lobbied Trump to fire Jeff Sessions so that he could run the Justice Department. They got a bunch of fools and dummies over there. This is when we need the dum-dum icon. And we could put like 2 or 3 or 20 up for zero in his whole administration, or maybe hundreds. We could just dum 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 dum. Scott Pruitt, don't I know you? I get that all the time. I have that family look. I get that all the time too. I had somebody and they were like, I know you. I'm like, I don't think I know you. And they're like, "Yeah, you in my class at City College." I'm like, "I don't go to City College." And they're like, "You sit right in front of me." And I'm like, "No, I don't." Because I don't. Scott Pruitt had staffers book hotels on their personal credit cards and then never paid them back. They're like a bunch of hustlers. Like, who does that to their subordinates? Well, like, what kind of person are you? My last name in Philly, I get, oh, like people can recognize your family and they say, "Are you a?" Because they can tell you're a Smith, not a Smith or a Brown, because those are too common. But are you a Chauncey? Are you a Chauncey? I'm waiting for white women to go to the bathroom right there in front of the counter of Starbucks, like Tim Horton. Go to the bathroom. There's 13 of us. Oh, wow. You come from a big family. You have 13 siblings or 12 siblings? Wow. Tragic. Tina Turner loses eldest son, Craig Raymond, to suicide. So prayers out to Tina Turner and her family. I wonder how they know that it's a suicide. I'm always curious about these suicide situations. 12 brothers and sisters. Like, did the person leave a note? Is it like a legitimate note? Is it like a real suicide? Like, I don't know. Was the person, you know, a white woman did in Canada? She pulled down her pants and took a dump right there. Now that is disgusting. Yeah, rest in peace to her son and prayers out to her and her family. I always feel sad when people lose children. I mean, you know, loss is loss, but as a black man, I'm very careful and discriminating about who I make small talk with. I peep them with my third eye first and observe their energy before opening myself up. Oh, I can make small talk with anybody. I don't be, yeah. I like how Joe Madison says his listen with your inner ear. So you got your third eye. He says your third ear, you got your third ear. Where's your third ear? Maybe it's back here. Since is your inner eye here? Where? But you know what I'm saying. You got to tune in and pay attention. Tina said she didn't care about her sons because they were grown. Wow. Myanmar, the Rohingya villages UN investigators can't visit. So, if I could make small talk with a dead dog if I wanted to, I could make small talk with a dog if I wanted to. No offense, Bella. You could or you couldn't. Yoga teacher aims to help Kenyan women behind bars. Oh, that was a nice image. She was like doing yoga. I could. Oh, you could. That's necessary, my sister. That's wise. Russia is blanketed in sunlight nearly 24 hours a day this time of year. Here's what it looks like at every hour. Can you imagine living in a place like that? Like, is that a place where people are supposed to live? Because it seems like it's going to throw your rhythm off, your circadian, is it called your circadian rhythm? But it seems like it's going to be thrown off if it's like daylight 24 hours a day. That seems like that's a hint that this may not be, an inhabitable place. So what do you think about the dog race situation? Sounds like Texas. Is Texas like 24 hours a day, mama? I don't know anything about the dog race situation. Yeah, I think that's probably not a place that we're supposed to live. Because you can get blackout curtains and all of that kind of stuff. I'm sure you can make it work, and I'm sure they do. They probably have a very interesting culture built around, that kind of stuff. No sunset, insomnia. No wonder they're crazy. That was small talk meant for Bella. Oh, so what do you think about the dog race situation? Bella ain't interested in no dog race. She interested in chasing cars and getting her belly rubbed, going for walks. So if you want to have small talk with her, you have to talk about the things she's interested in. She don't know nothing about no dog races. Come on now, Ayapo. Come on now. Okay. Trump administration rescinds Obama-era guidance that encouraged schools to consider a student's race to help promote, it's called small talk. Don't yell at me. Don't be yelling at me. To encourage schools to consider a student's race to help promote diversity in admissions. In Not News Today. More Not News Today. Jordan Peele hires cultural executive to work on storylines, character development. What's a cultural executive? Yes, but the Russians are used to it, aren't you? But the Russians are used to it, aren't you? Priest kicks grieving black family out of funeral. A priest kicks a grieving black family out of a funeral, then calls the police. So that priest is on that same KKK news chat, newsletter, a procurator of sorts, a procurator. What the? Right. So the priest is on the same newsletter as the other KKK fascist people in terms of call the police and harass black people. That's what we're doing this week. We're calling the police on black people in public. I like chasing cars. I just don't know what to do with them when I catch them. Priest of Darkness. Priests are also on code. All of them on code. Okay. Agents came with donuts. Then 100 were arrested. So this is something having to do with the ICE and getting people who they're considering illegal or calling illegal or whatever. Russians are very melancholic nation though. Probably because of that sleep deprivation and their circadian rhythms, but their sleep patterns being thrown off. It's not really good for your moods. I worked a night shift once and it was hard. I think I did. How long did I do it for? Too long. I did it for too long. Finland had I worked a night shift twice. I forgot. I've done it before. Beware of white men bearing gifts. Right. Finland has second thoughts about its women soldiers. I don't know what that article is about, but I'm too hungry to read it. You need no beauty rest, Angela. Oh, thank you. Yes, I do. Shoot, I'm tired right now. Wendy Williams reportedly in danger of losing sponsorship over R. Kelly. I heard that story on True Royal Family. It was horrible, but I'm not surprised. The racist priest was probably impatient about getting to the next little boy he was going to molest. Watch Citizen Kane, Citizen X, Citizen something when you get a chance. No, European culture is a bore. That's why they get us all crossed up. Oh, okay. So Wendy Williams is in danger of losing sponsorship over the R. Kelly support. That's what this article or headline says. Meet the activist held without charge in a notorious jail. I don't know what that's about. This businessman opened the first Black-owned bookstore in New York. Who is this? Do you know who it is? Okay, we'll come back to that. We got to keep it moving. This prominent Black barber's killer walked free because two juries could not decide if he was white or Black. If I could get her canceled, if it would get her canceled, I'm all for it. So I guess they were trying to figure out if he's Black, we don't care if he got killed. If he's white, we do care if he got killed. That's what vodka's for. David Ruggles, abolitionist, businessman, journalist, and hydrotherapist. Hydrotherapist was born in 1810 in Norwich, for being Wendy Williams, Norwich, Connecticut. He attended. Okay, so that's David Ruggles. He opened the first Black bookstore. What the what is? Hey, I'm back. I don't know if I was buffering before. Okay, my son was illegally adopted, and we've been talking about Black folks being separated by their children through the foster care system and keep us upset. I was buffering for a bit now. I'm gonna keep going. None of the people can swim or dive, so that's why I guess they're teaching them swim and dive. White teens at pool gets fired after arrest goes viral. Thailand cave rescues. Families celebrate as boys are found. See, I thought the boys were found because I saw this before I saw the other stuff. I thought they gone home, and that's the end of the story. I didn't know they was going to be I didn't know till you told me they was therapist. Snapchat's new lens against Serena Williams. Kappa Alpha Psi fraternity sues Alabama restaurant for racial discrimination. Walmart under fire from conservatives for impeach 45 shirts slamming Trump. But they also had t-shirts that said Hillary for prison. Is going through so much now. The poor Ocean. Throw it over on her back. She's so cute. Yeah, it's true. Hey, information man. I was thinking about coming on your chat, but before I could come on, you were like, okay, I'm gone. Bye. I was like, something needs to change. Virginia Commission battles over whether to remove Confederate symbols. What's the battle I'm talking about? You can't, how you have we not even on the same page. We not even coming from the same perspective because I think I'm a human and you don't. So I'm buffering. I'm buffering. Am I buffering? Press 1 when I'm not buffering. I don't know why it's buffering. It doesn't buffer on other apps. Press 1 when I'm not buffering. Press 1 if I'm not buffering for you. Just one person press 1. Oh, thank you, Max. Thank you so much. Okay. 2 black men held at gunpoint after false burglary report at T-Mobile. No apologies given. Again, we talking about the newsletter. Next time I will get you on. I don't know. I feel kind of conflicted about them anyway, so don't worry. Because I'm shy. I don't know. I tried going to the therapist and I was just unable to tell them the truth. I've been to black women therapists and I've been to 2 or 3. And it was difficult to go where they were black women. So I feel like I would never talk to a white woman or a white man. I don't think. Like I just feel like I don't know. Like yeah. So no, I would not. I can't see myself going to therapy to someone, Yeah. Thank you, Dark Void. So the people were at T-Mobile, like I go to T-Mobile to pay my bill. So they were just there paying their phones and someone called the police. But again, we were talking about the fact that the just newsletter for the last 2 weeks has been on this, call the police on black people in public places kick. I might have to drop T-Mobile. I'm going to see how they deal with that episode. Oh, that's something to think about. Dang. Now that's deep. Because I guess all of the other stuff we've talked about, I'm like, well, my therapy is exercising. I'm like, I don't even use that company, so I don't care. Boycott, smoycott, whatever. I went to therapy. No one listens to me. And he said, next. Now, that's your second. That's the second I've gone to therapist joke I've heard from you. Just think of us having our own T-Mobile. Much love, bro. Yeah, which phone company is Progressive? That's the one I want to be a part of. There was one that was advertising that was like, I can't supposed to be Progressive, but I didn't join. I should have joined because now I can't even remember the name of it. I should have become a subscriber. Trophy Hunter. So prayers out to those people. That's how you got hooked on Alexa. Such a waste of time. Trumpy troll size for dead giraffe pose in South Africa. I want to take pictures with live things. Megan Abrams has viewers ready to boycott The View. That child on The View, she really get on my nerves, but a lot of them get on my nerves. And I'm praying, I'm rooting for Sunny because I'm like, I think she's getting a little more conscious. They all kind of, but Megan, it's like she always act like she's like, oh, it's just so hard being a white blonde conservative. Oh, my father, he's sick. Oh, feel sad for me. And I just kind of feel like, who are they selling those animals to? I mean, really dead giraffes? The Pew. P-U. You don't like the Pew? I like the Pew. And the Talk? Is it the Talk? I mean, I don't watch them all day, every day, but I like hearing the different people's perspectives. Oh, I really like, there was this TV show on, and it had Vanessa Williams in it, and it was like The View, but it was like a fictionalized account. You don't watch television, you ain't missing nothing. It was a fictionalized account. I can't remember what it was called. The Pew is like Pepe Le Pew. Oh, the only Pew I like is Pepe. It was good. It was good. The skunk. It was called the Talk. I can't remember what it was called, but it was good. And it was by this black woman lawyer who had been on one of those panel shows. Remember, she married the guy. Wasn't he gay? She was kind of big and she lost weight. And then she was like, oh, I lost it naturally. And people are like, you had Star. Her name was Star Jones. Star. I don't know what. Anyway, but it was her show. I liked it, but it only went one season. But I liked it. The Forgotten Oasis, the Black Palm Springs. I can't go into it because I'm too hungry. Happy 4th of July? How can we celebrate a country that has always counted Black bodies but never Black lives? Yes, Star Jones. She didn't lose that weight naturally. I think she came out and said it was surgery. I just read that headline because I know that people are at different levels of consciousness. And so some people may still be thinking about, oh, well, the 4th of July. Well, what's wrong with the 4th of July? And so I just want to encourage you to kind of like do some reading. There's some, I didn't see your video information, man, but just raise your consciousness about some stuff. So, that's the only, I don't really want to talk about it. On the 3rd of July. I mean, that's exciting, but all of the rest of that, she's before my time. I don't know, but I thought when she was promoting the show, I thought the show was going to be like a tell-all, but it wasn't. It was good, like Rick and Morty. The 4th of they lie. Trump just announced plans to rescind Obama-era guidelines on affirmative retirement rule. I don't know what that means. Cruel pranksters made New York City internet kiosk play ice cream truck tunes. Is it because they're having a heat wave? Is that what I read? I can't remember now why it was cruel. But they like hacked the stuff, I guess. They hacked the kiosks. Is that what had happened? Surprise! I was saying earlier, the only thing to celebrate about July 4th is that we made it through July 3rd without getting gunned down by the police. You were buffering. What was the affirmative action headline? Education like Rick and Morty confused. I love the show. Trump just announced plans to rescind Obama-era guidelines on affirmative action. I think that's the same headline, but from a different source that we read. But whether it's the same headline or not, he's been going after anything Obama related, anything relatively progressive. Zero has been going after. He's been rescinding. He's been dismantling. He's been tearing apart. He's about destruction. He's about, he's about, he ain't about skit. Yeah. So, let's see what the ice cream truck thing is. New York City is in the midst. He's about orange. But I like oranges. These ice cream trucks need to start dishing out opioid OD kits. Is he gonna reverse gay marriage? I don't know what he gonna do. I try not to pay attention to him. New York City is in the midst of a heat wave, and some pranksters are taking advantage of technology to twist the knife a little bit more. Link NYC has confirmed to Motherboard that someone is making its internet kiosk play ice cream, taunting hapless New Yorkers looking for a cold treat on a hot day. And it's just my tablet. Oh, it's so hot. Is that the ice cream truck? It's just my tablet or whatever. Why? That's not funny. Oh, I just came out of my thing. Ugh. And I'm so hungry. Oh my gosh. And now I have to go all the way back in and find my place. Habaragani. When I say Habaragani, you say Habaragani. It's Nia. Woo! Yay, ICs. Yay. What does Nia mean? You should eat Angela. Nia. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Nia. What's going on? We're talking about Nia. Purpose. So what do we think about Nia? What's your purpose? How does your purpose connect with your family's purpose and your community's purpose? How are they all interwoven? How do you win when your family wins? How does your family win when you win? Negative 44. The anti-Obama. Now that's good because negative 44 is even less than 0. But then once you start getting into the negatives, why stop at 44? But I do like it. It's kind of like, okay. So Nia purpose. I know I'm going to eat. plus Obama equals zero. Yeah, elevating Obama. Like, I don't necessarily hate Obama, but I feel like, when you part of, when you the president of its snakes, can you really be progressive? Trump is an imaginary number, not even real. That's right. He ain't even real. He don't even exist. I don't see him. Who are you talking about? Who? No. Oh my gosh, I almost lost it again. He just appreciate that at all. Trump is just in your face. Dang, I gotta hurry up. Oh, okay. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Okay. Surprise! Remy Ma, tomatoes, cucumbers. Oh, that's what I'm gonna have. Tomato. And I got a headache when I had my celery. I had a little bit. Oh, thank you. And yesterday I had blueberries too. Surprise, Remy Ma announces she's 4 months pregnant. So congratulations, because they were trying to get pregnant. Her and Papoose, is that his name? Game, set, match. Mrs. Williams. Serena wins at Wimbledon. He's Laddie, his BFF in Maine time. Woman celebrating 15-year wedding anniversary in Bahamas explosion. So rest in peace to her. This is coming off of the griot and her husband and the family and all of that. That's very sad. So it's a black person, I'm assuming, it's coming off the griot, but anybody. I mean, who want to be celebrating a 15-year anything? And I mean, I don't want to get killed in a boat explosion, period. But okay, so yeah. A woman examines her pores under a microscope and she's horrified by what she saw. I just thought that was dumb. Because I feel like if you look at anything up close, it can look like really like distorted and different. 7 simple tricks to help stop late night snacking. I like to snack late at night, but I try not to. And my main trick, I don't know if they have it in this article, is that when I was trying to like not eat, I'll come in and I would eat my dinner and then I would brush my teeth. Right, like seeing Oprah up close. Ahead of midterm, states scrambling to fend off cyber attacks. Someone called the cops after a 12-year-old boy accidentally mowed their lawn, and now everyone wants to be his customer. I'm glad people want to be his customer, but y'all just dumb. I mean, not y'all, but the dumb dumbs, dumb, 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 dumb. Y'all see them popping up. I like the videos where they had the pop-ups and stuff. I like those. And then they make the noise, punk, 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 or whatever. I like those. Instead of posting a trailer, somebody accidentally uploaded to YouTube. Hot tub, drank his margarita, and then took a nap. Having a better summer than you. Researchers found no evidence your phone is secretly. Did find that some apps secretly record your screen. 9 things people think are fine to say at work, but are actually racist, sexist, and offensive. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Ooh, now this is the last article. I'm not surprised. This is about fascism and the signs of fascism and how they're in full effect. This is coming off of the Irish Times, and somebody sent me this article too. Babies in cages were no mistake by Trump, but test marketing for barbarism. Trial balloons. This for barbarism. We talking about for invasion of privacy. We talking about all of this. Testing stuff out, pushing the limits, seeing how far you can go before you get pushback, and then you push again after that. To grasp what is going on in the world right now, we need to reflect on 2 things. One is that we are in a phase of trial runs. The other is that what is being trialed is fascism, a word that should be used carefully but not shirked when it is clearly on the horizon. Forget post-fascist we are living in is it's very easy to dismiss Donald Trump as an ignoramus, not least because he is, but has an acute understanding of one thing. Got their best ideas from U.S. slavery. Yep, the Germans, the U.S., and apartheid, South Africa, they're all in cahoots. He's an actor. Fascism doesn't arise in democracy. What's so free and civil about my behind being locked up and my people beat up and beat and raped and their boundaries? Oh, I'm buffering a lot. That's like when I would negotiate. Oh, I'm buffering. Okay, so hold on. Press 1 when I'm not buffering. Press 1 when I'm not hovering. And Hitler was commanded. No. I'm not saying anything. Okay, anyway, that was my last article anyway. So, I was going to say something, but now I forgot what it was. Dang, somebody said something good. Like, I'm gonna learn to negotiate. I'm gonna become, so I'd be like, you want to charge me $1 for these oranges? I'll pay you 70 cents. And then they'd be like, okay. And I'd be like, dang, I didn't say low enough. And I'd be like, then the next time I'd be like, you want $1 for these oranges? I'm gonna pay you 20 cents. And they like, beat it, lady. I'm never selling you oranges. And I'd be like, dang, I didn't say enough. You want to try to find that sweet spot, but it's kind of hard. Today is the best day ever, and you are the greatest. So thank you so much for being here and checking out the notes on the news feed. I try to be here every day, but I can't always be here every day in literally, but I'm here in spirit every day with you, because I'm usually looking at my notes for my news feed, even if I'm not here. But I appreciate you being here. Let me know. Drop in the comments. Go get some food. Drop in the comments what you're looking forward to, what you're excited about. Remember, if you're in this region, we're going to be meeting up at I need to do a video about that, at the Jim Crow Museum on July 14th. Thank you. At July 14th. And we're going to, I'm going to do a video like with the agenda or whatever. Eat. I gotta make the salad before I can eat it. It's so annoying being on this cleanse for like 800 million days and everything. I mean, I'm just like melting away to nothing. So thank you, Ayapo. I had fun with you today. Came by way of Ty Bivens' page. Yay! Thank you, Ron Redburn. Welcome, Chandra. I was thinking you look familiar, but I didn't realize it was Ty. I won't be able to make it, but can you do a video about the museum? Yeah, it's supposed to be 3 YouTubers there, at least 3 YouTubers there. So I'm hoping that all of the YouTubers, Ayapo, Poetry, and me will do like a collaboration type thing. The last time I did a collaboration with a YouTuber, we just each did our own individual videos, but we were in each other's videos. So that's what I'm thinking. How you been? I've been good, Marlowe's Corner. So that just reminds me that if you have come on at the end of the broadcast, it's nothing to worry about, because once it's loaded up, you can come back in and you can watch it. And if you have to stop and come back, and so you can do that. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. And I want us to do a joint promo video too, but I haven't gotten organized enough to do that because there's so much going on in my life. But whatever good news you have going on in your life, whatever you're looking forward to, drop that in the comments. Let us celebrate. Let's give some hand claps and some happiness and some keeping stuff in perspective. So we about to count out. Let me see if I can find the soundtrack. This is my jam. Y'all don't know. Y'all know about this. This the jam. It's called Be Fabulous. Hold on, this is the jam right here. Y'all know about this. This the jam. So as you go out into the world, spread love, spread your fabulousness. I committed a random act of kindness yesterday. Yay! That's right. It's called Be Fabulous. That's the jam. Sang that song. So you don't have to leave YouTube, but we gotta leave here. So I really do appreciate you being here. You are a blessing and you're blessed. And remember, hey, 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 be you. Be fabulous. Be fabulous you. Be you. Be fabulous. Be fabulous you. Who you gonna be if you ain't you? Who we gonna be if we ain't we? Who you gonna be if you ain't you? Be you. Be fabulous. Be fabulous you. Peace. Peace. Jazz hands. Out an air conditioner for a friend of mine who is suffering in this heat we're having here. Oh my gosh. That's nice to buy an air conditioner. It's hot. Enjoy your salad. It's supposed to feel like 103 tomorrow here. Video and a concert. Awesome. Peace, Information Man Show. Look, I got on my seatbelt and everything. I'm about to drive off before I even or repost.